Hey guys, what's up? So I'm here to talk about the latest game in a series that brought you the ESRB rating. Can you guess why? Yep. So I didn't grow up with the early age of Mortal Kombat. In fact, I started with Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe, and I admittedly did not play much of it because I thought it was a bit cheesy. I don't know. It's been a long time since I played that one. And then I played Mortal Kombat 9, which was a really solid game and had me on the lookout for the newest game in the series since. And later I played Mortal Kombat 10 or X, whatever you want to call it. So here we are now. We have the latest game, Mortal Kombat 11. Does the Gorefest still go on, or has the show of blood run dry? Let's find out. Mortal Kombat, like most fighting games, follow a very simple concept. See the health meters here? All you have to do is beat the snot out of your opponent until his meter runs out. Okay, in all seriousness, blood and guts is a major thing for Mortal Kombat. So is it just blood and guts that make it good, and not the gameplay? Actually, the gameplay is pretty solid too. Controls feel just right, at least for me anyway. You have your combos and your character's unique moveset. There are also these powerful blood spilling attacks capable of turning the tables called fatal blows. Personally, I do not think these are as cool as X-Ray's attacks in the previous two games. Oh well, X-Rays are still here in this game. If you are new to fighting games, or at the very least this series, this would be a good game to start with because the basic principles of this game, such as combos, 2D arenas, etc., can carry over into other fighting games, though other fighting games play a little differently. If you're a pro at fighting games, you know what differences I am talking about. What makes Mortal Kombat stand out are the fatalities and brutalities, which are just as brutal here as they have been. Okay game, you can stop reminding me to connect online. Sorry. So as for your modes, you have what you need basically. You have towers, which is arcade mode, you know, where you fight a series of opponents. There is a tutorial that does a good job of teaching new players, which teaches step by step on how to play the game. There is a story mode which, yeah, fighting games are not well known for their stories. But starting with Mortal Kombat 9, I love how Mortal Kombat presents its story. With cinematic cutscenes and a chapter dedicated to a character in the roster. You may not play as all of the characters in the roster, I don't think at least, but it gives you a chance to play as somebody you would not normally play as, which helps you distinguish who you like playing as and who you do not like playing as. You might even get a new main, who knows. As for the story itself, okay. Seeing as how this is a post-launch review, I'm assuming you already played this game, and you're listening to me talk because you want to hear someone else's opinion. If you're looking to buy this game, well, I would think you went to IGN or other journaling sites before coming here, so forgive me if I spoil the story a little bit. The main villain of this game, Kronika, brings time travel elements to this story, and it provides interaction with the characters interacting with their younger selves. And Johnny Cage interacting with his younger self manages to bring a smile to my face because you can tell he's changed quite a lot since MK9. I don't have much else to say about the story other than I enjoyed it. Then there's the Crypt. The Crypt has offered me good ways to get more mileage out of these games by unlocking new fatalities, brutalities, skins, arts, etc. Only in this game, it requires online. Why? This can and should work without online. What about those people who don't have good internet? The only single player option for them would be the towers and story mode. Sure, they'll get a lot of mileage out of fights with friends locally, but without online, there will be very few things to unlock and rewards given for the player's investment in the game, and that's just not fair. Online and Towers of Time makes sense, but the crypt? See this message right here? Be prepared to see that a lot if you're going to be offline. Some players will find this annoying, and it is something I could forgive, but making the crypt require online? Gross. Then there are the microtransactions. Microtransactions work for a free-to-play game like Fire Emblem Heroes, but I paid $60 for this. I don't mind buying more characters as they release throughout the year, but Frost is available for purchase when she is totally unlockable in the game for free. Like, seriously? Other stuff you can buy with microtransactions are cosmetic things, so I can't be too hard there in that regard, and to my knowledge, this is not pay to win, but I will still have to count it as a flaw. Microtransactions are an issue to me, but I have also noticed that people are complaining about grinding for rewards in the crypt. I can see how some players will find their patience tested in a negative way, but I personally do not have a problem with this because, well, I play a lot of RPGs, so this is not really that big of a deal for me. In fact, I would rather grind than spend real-world money on microtransactions. Sure, buying microtransactions would make unlocking things faster, but I could buy another game with my money if I wanted to, so I'll stick with grinding. It increases longevity for me as well as keeping me playing. So this is my third fighting game in a row to review, and I have learned that I like critiquing the entire package. I like to play video games in general to have a good time. I'm not really a competitive person, although I'm only competitive with Smash Brothers really, but I mean, if I lose, I take it as a learning experience. Fighting is probably the wrong genre to not be competitive in, but for me personally, they help relieve stress. As for the competitive part of this game, in particular, well, all I can say is it's easy to pick up, but difficult to master. I know there are people that can write books. I mean books on what makes a fighting game competitive, and well, if you watch my previous two videos, then you would notice that they were about what games offer as a whole. For this game, the final verdict is a 7.5 out of 10. I would give Mortal Kombat 9 a 9 out of 10. I would give Mortal Kombat X an 8 out of 10 because of microtransactions. This game does have all the positives of the previous two games, but also this one in particular is dragged down by microtransactions and the forced online. I still enjoy this game, don't get me wrong. It does feel just right to play in my opinion, so the next time we meet for review, it will be To the Moon. Thank you for watching, and take care.